Cleopatra I Syra, also known simply as Cleopatra I, born around 204 BC and died in 176 BC, or possibly late 178/early 177 BC, was a Seleucid princess who became queen of Ptolemaic Egypt. She was the first member of the Ptolemaic dynasty to bear the name Cleopatra, which later became famous through her descendants, including the much more renowned Cleopatra VII. Early life and background. Cleopatra I was born in the Seleucid Empire, centered in modern-day Syria and surrounding regions. She was the daughter of the powerful Seleucid king Antiochus III the Great, one of the most successful Hellenistic rulers after Alexander the Great, and his wife Laodice III, who had Pontic royal heritage with mixed Greek and Persian influences. As a child, she grew up in a court marked by military campaigns and diplomacy. Her father was engaged in the Syrian wars against the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, particularly the Fifth Syrian War, 202 to 195 BC, during which Antiochus III seized control of Syria, a disputed region including parts of modern Lebanon, Israel, and Jordan from Egypt. Marriage to Ptolemy V and political context. In 195 BC, as part of the Peace of Lysimachia, or related diplomatic settlements ending the Fifth Syrian War, Antiochus III betrothed his young daughter Cleopatra to Ptolemy V Epiphanes, the Ptolemaic king of Egypt. The marriage took place in 193 BC in Raphia, a city in southern Palestine near Gaza. At the time, Ptolemy V was about 16 years old. Cleopatra I was around 10 years old, a child bride, common in royal Hellenistic alliances. This union was a diplomatic marriage to seal peace between the two rival Hellenistic powers, the Seleucids and Ptolemies, who had fought repeatedly over border territories. Her dowry reportedly included the revenues tax income from Syria, though not full ownership of the land. Later Ptolemaic rulers claimed this gave Egypt a legitimate claim to the region, using it as a pretext in future conflicts. In Egypt, she was known as Cleopatra Syra, the Syrian, to distinguish her foreign origins. Despite this, she was well received and honored with elaborate royal titles in Egyptian style, portraying her as a divine queen aligned with traditional pharaonic ideals. Children and family. Cleopatra I and Ptolemy V had 3 children. Ptolemy VI Philometor, born c. 186 BC, future king. Ptolemy VIII Physcon, born c. 184 or 182 BC, later king, who ruled alongside and against his brother. Cleopatra II daughter, who later became queen and co-ruler. These children continued the Ptolemaic tradition of sibling marriages and power struggles. Regency and rule, 180 to 176 BC. Ptolemy V died unexpectedly in September 180 BC at age 30, possibly poisoned, though the cause is uncertain. Their eldest son, Ptolemy VI, was only about 6 years old. Cleopatra I immediately became regent for her young son, marking her as the effective ruler of Egypt. She was one of the few Ptolemaic queens to hold the title of vizier, a high administrative role, and appeared on coins jointly with her son, emphasizing her authority. Her regency 180 to 176 BC was notably stable and competent. She maintained peace with the Seleucid Empire, her birth family, halting any aggressive plans her late husband had against them. She pursued a neutral, cautious foreign policy toward the rising power of Rome, avoiding conflicts that could invite invasion. Egypt remained free from major external threats or internal upheaval during her rule. She revived or reinforced the tradition of brother-sister marriage by arranging for Ptolemy VI to eventually wed his sister Cleopatra II. Contemporary sources describe her rule as equitable and intelligent. She was treated as an equal or even superior partner even during her husband's lifetime. Death and legacy. Cleopatra I died relatively young in 176 BC. Some sources suggest late 178 or early 177 BC. The exact cause is unknown. Some historians speculate possible court intrigue or foul play, but evidence is lacking. On her deathbed, she appointed trusted advisors, including the eunuch Eulius and Linnaeus, a Syrian who had come with her retinue, as regents for Ptolemy VI. Unfortunately, their mismanagement later contributed to the disastrous Sixth Syrian War. Cleopatra I's importance lies in introducing the name Cleopatra to the Ptolemaic royal line, used by 7 queens total, demonstrating effective female rule in the Hellenistic world, temporarily stabilizing relations between the Ptolemaic and Seleucid empires through marriage diplomacy. She paved the way for later powerful Ptolemaic queens, including her daughter Cleopatra II and, generations later, the famous Cleopatra VII.